Minecraft's Nethers are mysterious places full of adventure, mystery, and danger. Join me and Millie as we descend into fire to create a nether base complete with farms, animals, and a house to not only survive, but thrive in these blazing depths. So when I initially decided I was going to do this video, it was this part right here that scared me the most. The start of this seemed so daunting when I was trying to plan everything out, but luckily I've done some research and I have a plan, sort of. So let's finish getting this wood and then we'll get ourselves some tools. This kind of feels like my first few videos where I would just make entire wooden tools to immediately throw them away, but the sad thing is this time I actually need to use the wooden tools. I'm also going to use the rest of my wood to make a bunch of wooden bowls because our diet today is going to be mushroom soup. So now we have our bowl, let's pick up all of the mushrooms. Probably not those. I need normal mushrooms to eat, I think. Okay, here we go. Here is a few normal mushrooms that we can make a little bit of soup out of. And here is a few of the other mushrooms that we need for the stew. Have I been calling it soup? I meant mushroom stew. But I guess stew, soup, whatever, it's the same thing, right? So now let's make our soup and we finally have some food. And I'm pretty sure this right here is blackstone. So I'm going to grab some of that because I think I can make this into stone tools, which would be a lot more helpful than wooden tools, that's for sure. I just wasn't sure if I was going to come across blackstone this easily, but luckily there's just this little patch here. So thank the Minecraft gods for that. Why are you coming towards me? Ooh, that was a little bit scary. Ah! That's not what I want to hear. Okay, let's go find somewhere safe to make our stone tools, I guess. Oh my goodness. I hate this already. Is that a fortress too? Ah, this is getting scarier very quickly. Okay, stone tools acquired. I'm just going to grab a little bit more of this blackstone because I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to make a furnace out of it if we can make tools out of it. So it's not going to hurt to just have some because I don't know if I want to travel to any other biomes to try and get this later. But who knows, I might have to. Okay, I'm in the fortress. I'm very scared right now. I am not happy about this. Okay, we've got a golden chest plate. We've got an iron nugget. I guess we'll take the obsidian. We'll just take everything we can get, basically. Oh my god, the ghast is right there. Let's probably put that on too because those guys don't like it if you're not wearing armor. Ah, it saw me. Oh my gosh, I'm hoping there's nothing scary around this corner. Is there even a corner? Oh, there is, and it sounds maybe like blaze. Oh, no, we're fine. Okay. Oh, more gold. Okay, perfect. And there's a chest at the other end of this little corridor here, so hopefully there's something good in there, maybe. Nope, just a chest plate and one diamond, so we'll take that. Okay, so we're safe from the piglin brutes. Do I risk going down here and making myself not safe against everything else? But there could be some more chests down here, so... Oh, there is another one. Okay, let's just slowly go around this corner. What do we have? We don't really need any of that. To be honest, I just want to get out of this fortress. I think we're good for now. So I think that should be good for now. We can make a couple chests, or just one. That's fine. Then we'll just empty our pockets a little bit and then we can head out for some more materials. I'm going to keep my gold. Actually, I'm going to make my gold into some more armor, but I'm going to keep my iron and my diamond in case I happen to find more. And I should probably take my mushrooms too. And my bowls. What am I doing? Okay, I think we're good now. Let's just give ourselves some golden pants. And we are looking not very good to go, but we've got to get this done. So let's do it. I immediately started poking around bastions to see what I could find. I found a bunch of gold and a little bit of iron. To get the rest of my iron, I traded all of the gold I didn't need with the piglins. Once that was sorted and I had some iron tools, I started to collect some blackstone, netherrack, and quartz. I rounded out this little adventure gathering some warped wood and more mushrooms for my stews. Okay, so first things first, we need a house where the scary boys cannot get inside. So that's what we're gonna do today. Let's get this foundation and frame sorted, and then obviously we'll get the walls and the roof done. I really don't get how these things work because they seem to be okay with me sometimes, and then other times they just immediately come running for me like this. Leave me alone. I could definitely kill them, but I don't want to risk hitting one and then all of them getting mad at me because I'm not entirely sure how they work. So we'll just let them keep terrorizing me as I'm trying to build. Ah! This is actually traumatic. Why can't they just leave me alone? I'm just temporarily covering up those stairs so that when I build this second row, I'm technically safe from them, I think. So now that's our outline done, let's build up our frame. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do the same on the other side. Then here we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I kind of hate having to jump down like this and risking breaking my armor because obviously I have partially gold armor. But unfortunately, water doesn't work in the Nether, and I couldn't get water even if I wanted to because obviously I can't leave the Nether, and now I'm being shot at by a ghast, and it's going to ruin all of my building, isn't it? So maybe I should walk away from my build for a second and let it forget that I exist, hopefully. I just want to build in peace and live in harmony with these guys, but they do not seem to have the same thoughts on that. I feel like I should let this guy out. Do you want to leave? You are kind of stood where I want to place a block right now, so if you could skedaddle, that would be great. Maybe we could just... Or not. Okay, so we'll just move you out of the way, or are you going? Okay, stay there. Fine. So now that that frame is done, let's join up all of these, and then we'll do the frame for the second floor. I'm gonna make the second floor a little bit higher, so not higher, wider. So I'm just gonna add in these stairs, and then I'll build up from those afterwards. So now we're gonna go up 4 blocks on each of these, and then let's join them up. Okay, I left that gap in the side, and now I've got quite a few of these hanging out in here, so I guess they're not very fond of the hoglins either. I do need to be really careful because there's this ghast, and then there's another one over here that keeps floating over, and they do keep spotting me, which is really fun and great, and I'm so glad that keeps happening. And once this block here is placed, that should be good to start on the walls and the roof. So obviously we don't have a bed or anything, so we can't sleep, but it's now day 2. Not day 2, but day 2 of building. If my calculations are correct, it is actually day 17. So for the walls, I'm using quartz because everything around here is pretty dark. So I feel like we should use something to lighten it up a little bit. And then let's also put some... Oh, do we want to do quartz blocks or stairs? I do have a lot of stairs, so I could. Okay, yeah, I feel like for dimension's sake, it's definitely better to use stairs across the top of here. Oh, ouch. Oh my goodness. Leave me alone, please. So I'm actually going to have to cover up these gaps temporarily with blackstone because the quartz pillars that I want to use need something to place on so that they place the right way. Let me just show you what I mean. See, I need to do that, but if I don't have them in place, I just, they place, you know, whatever I'm placing them on, they place that way. So let's just run around and add in these pillars. Ouch. And then let's get rid of these temporary blocks and then move them along and fill in the rest of the walls. I'm actually going to use the wood because I have more durability left on my axe, and I really don't want to have to go trading for more iron anytime soon. So let's use the wood that we have, and then let's fill in the walls. Oh, not with those though. Probably would be a good idea for me to not make mistakes so I also don't waste any of my durability. Oh my goodness, this is chaotic. I don't think I've ever built with so many things around me before. Could you move, please? My goodness, I've been spotted again. Ouch! Can I get a break? Alright, all of the walls are done. Let's get this floor filled in, and then we can work on the roof. Excuse me. Okay, there we go, thank you. So for the roof up here, I'm going to use blackstone bricks, and I'm just going to bring that out there, and then we're going to do, or attempt to do, an upside down stair here. Okay, that was nice and easy. Then we need to do a slab, a double slab, and then again another upside down stair. So I would usually go for a more normal roof because if you have ever seen a video of mine before, you'll know that I am not the biggest fan of roofs in general, or just building with stairs. That's my biggest issue. So I'm just trying to create some little arches around the front just to create a little bit more interest because everything is super dark and it's not very interesting here. Okay, that is the hard part done. Now I just need to do the classic roof thing where you go upside down and then normal, upside down and then normal, and we'll create a lovely pointed roof. And obviously we're going to do the same on the other side, if I could place that the right way around. And then we should eventually have a lovely roof outline to work with. And now we have our outline. Let's get this roof filled in. So I'm using warped stairs to fill this in, obviously to match the warped wood that we used on the frame, but also to add a little bit more color and contrast to all of the red in the area, because the Nether already looks like it's on fire 24/7, because it quite literally is. So a pop of cool toned blue-green helps break it up a little, in this biome at least. Okay, that is the roof done, and I am pretty much out of food at this point, and I could go get some more mushrooms, but I think these things here give like pork chops, so I need to find a way to keep myself safe but also kill them. So let's start by just building a big old square, and then we'll add some details to make it look a little bit more interesting. Okay, why is this guy just turning on his own kind right now? Actually, what is going on? Okay, anyways, let's add some details. So let's do, excuse me, a block here. To be honest, a block on every corner. And then we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Add a little back piece right here. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Another one right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that right? That looks right. Okay, now that the extra posts are done, let's add in some extra posts to the extra posts with these walls. Ouch! Oh my goodness. Okay, actually, give me a break. What is going on right now? Leave me alone. This guy has like got my back though, which is pretty cool. Actually, what is going on right now? I'm just gonna mind my business and get back to placing these walls. Ooh. I'll take those, thank you. Okay, we are officially out of soup, but let's finish these off by adding in some nether brick fences, and then we'll top off the nether brick fences with some chains, and hopefully we can start getting a few piglins in here. Not piglins, hoglings. Okay, actually, before I get any hoglings in here, I'm gonna need to create an area that they can't get out of. So let me just place all of these, just adding in some extra details so that it looks a little bit nicer. Although I think the tiny ones are gonna be able to get through this gap, but the tiny ones aren't really what we're looking for anyway, so should be fine. Then on these ones, we can just go for a straight line. I just wanted to add in a little bit of extra detail was all. So now we need to find the hoglings to actually lure them into the hoglin pen. And why is there none of them about anymore? There was literally like 10 of them here. Oh, apparently it's on my route. What is going on? Okay, so I think the problem is these guys killing me. But if I can get him to follow me into the pen, that would be perfect. Why are they not upset with me? Come on, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Why? Why is this more difficult than it needs to be? You're meant to be upset about me. Have I just got the laziest hoglings in the world? Oh, what's going on with you? Okay, I managed to get a couple piglings in, but obviously at the expense of my health, so I'm just eating a couple of them. Gosh, it feels so wrong. But I am going to jump in here and get my warped fungus, because apparently you can breed these. Okay, I think I said warped fungus, but I meant not warped fungus. How do I get to these guys without getting just hit out of the way? I just want to feed you so that you make more of you. Ow, okay, I'm actually gonna die. Let me just stand over here and eat some pork chop real quick. Whew. This is difficult. Okay, I made some adjustments and this looks like how we're gonna have to do this. I do have a couple little babies, so I can kill a couple of these. I just don't really know how to do it without getting super close to them, because they can hit me from quite far away somehow. It's like I need a little safety hole to hit them from. Maybe I can hit them from the outside. That's maybe the way forward? Ouch. Okay, no, that is not the way forward. Okay, let's try that again. Ouch. Okay, now how do I pick that up? Okay, so we have 2 babies left here, and then, ouch, 1 baby and a big one over there. We've got a little bit of food to get our health back up, but I may have to go back to eating mushroom soup, because this is just really, really difficult. I may come back for more pork chops later, but for now, I am absolutely done with all of that. Okay, now that we have a source of food somewhat sorted, we can get back to building our house. So let's get the exteriors and then our interiors finished. Okay, that's looking pretty cute. Let's just add some extra details with these stairs right here. Then let's add in some double doors and some hanging signs just for extra details. That might not be good. Let's put them on this level instead. Oh, my goodness, jump scare. Okay, so for in here, I'm just going to bring the floor up another level just so that we're level with the windows here. If these guys could move out of here, that would be great. But it looks like I'm stuck with them for life at this point. Excuse me. I mean, I could kill them and they would give me a little bit more gold, which would be nice, but I feel like if I hit one of them, I'm probably in for a big surprise. Now let's place our stairs to be able to get upstairs. Again, if you can move out the way, that would be great. You're really messing me up right now. You know what? I think I need to come out one block anyway. And to fill in this second floor, since we don't have a lot of space, I'm going to use trapdoors just so that the bottom floor has a taller ceiling. So for the interiors for this one, I've definitely struggled a little bit. So I've left this as just a little storage area. Then up here, I've had to make do with what I could do. So obviously we can't get any wool, so I've made this little makeshift bed with a couple cabinets, and then we just have a little dining area, and that's pretty much all I could do. It's still kind of cute, but it's obviously not what I would usually do. I just can't make pots or anything to make extra decorations, so that'll have to do. Okay, so I know there is a nether fortress around here somewhere. I saw it while I was gathering resources. In fact, I was inside of it whilst I was gathering resources, so I know that I'm going to want to do something with that later. So I'm going to go ahead and get to tunneling there so that I don't have to worry about the back and forth travel part. I'm already having enough trouble with the gas and the hoglings around me, so a tunnel would be nice. So I spent the rest of the day clearing the way to the fortress and actually decided to keep it as a direct pathway instead of a tunnel. Reason number one, I realized the tunnel wouldn't look very cute, and to be honest, if it's not cute, what's the point? And reason number two, I didn't have much time, and building a whole tunnel would have just been a lot more work than I was willing to commit to after clearing everything. So an open pathway it is, simple, practical, and way less hassle. Okay, now that our path is cleared, I thought it would be nice to just add in a sort of pathway type thing by changing up some of this covered netherrack with just normal netherrack. Okay, why are they sometimes mad at me and other times they actually just don't care? That is so strange. Okay, now that's filled in, let's create some contrast for our path by adding in a few of these just to mark where we're going. Or where we can go, I should say. Oh, I thought I was going to get attacked then. Why do they do that? It's so jarring. They're having a conversation about me for sure. Anyways, let's add another one of these posts right here. Make sure to strip them so that we get the full effect of the contrast. And then let's do another one right here. And now let's just add some light to these pathways. Not that it really makes a difference in terms of mob spawning. Ouch! But it will look a lot nicer. I hate that they attack and then run away when I attack back. Like, that's just kind of rude. This guy's probably gonna have something to say about it. Oh my goodness, leave me alone! Sorry, that was a rage kill. I just cannot be bothered to keep being bothered. Was that English? Okay, so that is the walkway to our house finished, or at least to the nether fortress finished. Now let's just add some stairs for extra detail, and then we should be good here. So you may have noticed I'm struggling with the mob situation just a tiny bit, and things keep wandering up to my front door, making it even harder, and that's not exactly my favorite thing in the whole world. So today I'm setting up a small enclosed yard to hopefully just give me a second to breathe before I have to fight or run away from something. So I'm gonna add in my fence right here, then we should be pretty safe to start building without being interrupted. So let's add some walls to the top of these posts. Then on top of these posts, we're gonna add in some of these. I'm so distracted by everything that's going on right now. Then add a blackstone slab, do a double blackstone slab moment, then do stairs, upside down stairs, and then a slab. Now we just need to add some lighting, and that should be our enclosed yard finished. Okay, that's looking good. Just for a little bit of extra detail, I'm just gonna plant a couple more of these fungus things around, and then that's our like little garden, I'd say. And on that note, let's head up and pretend to go for a nap. I don't know about you guys, but I like to sleep standing up. And now let's head out for some more materials. My tools are pretty low, so I grabbed some more gold to trade for iron to repair them. While I was out, I ran into a bastion where I managed to find an enchanted diamond pickaxe. Then I headed out to collect as many mushrooms as I could for my next build. Once that was sorted, I started the arduous task of collecting blackstone, wrapping all of it up with some warped wood, and soul sand, I headed home. So, since my luck with the hoglings and their pen is not very successful, I figured I should make a mushroom farm. I have a decent amount of pork chops and luckily they do last quite a while, even if I get attacked, but I feel like I still want to be able to have access to lots of mushrooms and mushroom stew because it's quite likely that I'll go back to eating that once these pork chops run out. Plus, it feels a little weird to go a whole video without doing a farm, so that's what we're doing. Okay, as much as I love this block and how cool it looks, I'm gonna strip all of it to just be normal blue wood, and then we're gonna add in some details on the top, and then we'll fill it all in, do the mushroom stuff, and it should look really cute. And then for details here, we're just gonna run around and alternate between these slabs and trapdoors. So I was initially planning to just do this with normal netherrack and grow normal mushrooms, but then I found a crazy silk touch pickaxe in a bastion while I was searching for iron, which was actually insane. So instead, we're gonna use the crimson nylium and also plant some funky mushrooms. We don't really need the warped mushrooms or the crimson mushrooms, but they're gonna look cute, so we're gonna add them. Okay, now that's all done. Let's start by just planting these brown mushrooms down here. Then in this one, I'm gonna go a row of red, then a row of blue, and then just alternate between the two. I am gonna eventually run out of mushrooms here, but that's absolutely fine, because I have a little trick up my sleeve. My plan for this little farm down here was to just sort of place these randomly and mix them in with the other type of mushrooms, just as kind of like an overflow. So the little trick I mentioned, I've made a composter and then I'm going to use this warped fungus to just fill it up and get myself some bone meal. Obviously, it's a little bit more tedious than just killing a bunch of, what are they called? Skeletons? Oh wait, I forgot there's literally bones everywhere. But anyways, I've already done this and it creates a use for all of my leftover mushrooms. Luckily, there's plenty of these kinds around, so it's really not that much of a bother to just stand there and do this with them. And then what we can do here is bone meal these mushrooms, and then when we break these blocks, we will eventually get a few more little red mushrooms. So that is my plan for this farm, but after I've mined everything, I'm just going to put it back to normal and have all of the cute little mushrooms because these do feel a little bit out of place. Maybe not the red ones, but I don't know. I just don't want them taking up too much space. I think the little ones look cuter. Okay, I feel like we got a pretty good amount of those out. Oh, okay, when I grow the mushroom, it changes that block into normal netherrack. That is good to note. Okay, so down here, we can add in all of these extra ones, and then just pretty much do the same thing to get even more of them. I guess I should just keep bone mealing the same one. Wait, will that work? Okay, maybe not. Maybe I do need to go over and visit the bone area so that I can get plenty of bone meal. All right, that is our little mushroom farm finished. I have a few extra mushrooms for when I want to make soup or stew even, but we have enough pork chops for now. So let's prep for our next build. Wait, I lied. We've technically got a little bit left of the day, so let's use it. I want to go find a pigling and see what I can trade up for. Do I just throw them on the floor? Do they just become interested? Oh! What are you guys doing down there? I mean, that's kind of helpful. They're just like stuck in a hole for me. Whoa! Oh, they gave me a potion of fire resistance. That's probably quite handy considering the couple of gas that keep spawning over here. I guess I should just throw all of these down. They'll come up with something nice for me. All right, what are we looking at? All right, this is everything they had to offer, which, to be honest, is a little bit useless. The string could come in handy if we had enough to make 3 pieces of wool, because then we could have a real bed. Not that it matters. Oh wait, I almost forgot that when you lay in a bed in the nether, it blows up. That would have been really embarrassing if I did that. Actually, it's just placing the bed that explodes it, isn't it? That would have been... I should have let myself do that. That would have been so silly. Anyways, now let's go get prepped for our next build. I fear that sometimes in these videos, I'm a little bit of a hoarder because I barely throw anything out. In fact, I throw nothing out. So we're gonna build a storage area because we have too much stuff. And unfortunately, my house is not quite big enough to store everything that I have so far. So now let's just take out these corner pieces and replace them with some of the polished blackstone that we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then let's do the same on all the other corners. I think I'm also going to add some of this polished blackstone in the center here, and then let's just fill this in with the blackstone bricks. Let's do maybe stairs here. Okay, no, let's take these stairs out, do this, and then just one stair here, and then it will kind of like create like a pointy design when we've finished placing all of these blocks. Just bear with me. See what I mean? It kind of like curves downwards into the middle, and now I'm stuck in my farm. So for these side pieces, let's just build up all of this side, and then in the middle we'll do this, followed by this maybe. How does that look? Okay, yeah, I like that. Let's do the same on the other sides, and then we can do some extra details. Now let's just create a little ring of blackstone before we move on. So even though this is a pretty small build, after the absolute chaos of the first few days that I've been building, I feel like I just deserve to take it a little bit slow. So all I have planned today is to just keep working on the storage area and eventually get it finished. And now that the base is done, we can get to adding the fun stuff, which is adding the finishing little touches and the interiors. Okay, how is that looking? Probably good to check before I carry on and do the same on the other sides. Okay, yeah, that looks nice. I think I do want to add some like chains and lanterns though, so I will do that once I get the rest of the outside details done. Okay, that's looking pretty good so far. Sorry, there is a hoglin right near me, but for some reason it doesn't want to attack me today. It's just so random that sometimes they want to hit me and sometimes they don't. So like the details on our out of use hoglin pen, I thought it'd be nice to go with this sort of gothic type vibe on top of our storage area. So I'm just adding in these walls, and I'm going to run around, add these, and then add our chains. And for our interiors, I'm going to keep it really, really simple and just cover the walls in these cabinets. Obviously light doesn't really make that much of a difference, but just for good measure, we'll add in a couple lanterns. I think we can get away with one up there too. And then up here, we'll just have one hanging from here and the ceiling. Unfortunately, not very exciting, but that is our storage area complete. The inside may not be exciting, but the outside is very cool. I really love the spookiness of this. On that note though, let's head out for some more materials. I once again found myself collecting gold to trade for iron. Once that was done, I topped off my basalt, soil sand, and warped wood. Then I set about collecting warped warp blocks and weeping vines, as well as some crimson nylium before heading home. So I'm having this vision of a really big and cool nether tree, and I want to get started on that as much as we can today. And since we don't have normal wood down here, I figured we'd use some, oh my gosh, I've forgotten how you say this. Basalt? Basalt? I think it's basalt, but I genuinely don't know. Either way, I thought it'd be a great choice instead of using warped or crimson wood so that the tree really stands out in comparison. Plus, it has that rugged, scorched look, which feels perfect for a nether tree. So I'm just going to keep building upwards with this block, and hopefully when I join it all together, it actually ends up looking somewhat like a tree. No promises though, this could either turn out super cool or just like a weird jagged mess, but we're committing to the vision and I think we're going to be fine in the end. We always are. So I think we're almost there with the main part of this. After I've done this filling in here at the top, I'm going to sort of bring it down in a round, or at least try to. And when we get down to the ground, we'll have a good idea of what we're actually working with here and if it looks anything like a tree. So now let's bring this down a little bit and then also around. And that should be good for now. I'm just going to run around the other side and take a look because you can't really see it from where I just was. Okay, yeah, that actually looks really good. I'm excited to see the rest of that come together, but maybe I want to move on to something else for a little bit because that was a lot of the same block going on. All right, so I'm definitely distracted from the tree right now and I'm clearing this nether fortress. Is anyone shocked? Actually, maybe, because I feel like I always avoid doing these kind of tasks. but we are clearing it out anyway. I don't know why. I don't know why. I'm just distracted, okay? Wait. No, I have a good excuse. By clearing things out, I can control the spawns better, which makes safer pathways, and that means I can actually navigate the place without constantly fearing for my life. That was a really good excuse. But I feel like I already have enough on my plate with those silly little hoglings, so it's better to be safe than sorry, right? Although I do think calling this clearing the fortress is a little bit generous. My method here is to just run up to the spawner, break it as fast as I possibly can, and then run away and hope that they all despawn later. At least more won't spawn. I think that was all of them, but they are still hanging about, the ones that I refuse to kill. It's actually less that I refuse to kill them, it's that I actually just can't kill them. I'm not quite stacked enough to actually face them. That's the problem. But at least now the spawners are gone, so we don't have to fear any more of them spawning. I hope. All right, so there's a little bastion just behind these walls, or just around the corner really, but I want to actually make a tunnel this time instead of a path to this one, just to change it up a little bit. And to be honest, the tunnel to this thing is shorter than going around a few blocks. Oh, is it? Probably not, but either way, I'm building a cute tunnel and there's nothing you guys can do about it. So here's the bastion. It's literally not very far at all, but now I'm just going to dig out the floor blocks here and change them out for some of this crimson nylium. Nylium? I feel like nylium sounds right. All right, now let's get this filled in. Being careful not to run into that lava, so maybe I'll cover that up first and then let's continue doing this. All right, now our tunnel is filled in. Let's add these little posts that I added to the other path so that we know where we're going. I am so scared of these guys right now. Luckily, I had some extra gold to make myself a chest plate again, but one of these guys literally just broke the chest plate and leggings off of me, so definitely a little bit worried about them now. Guess let's also put another one of these right here. And now that all of our posts are now that all our posts are placed, let's add some lighting, and then I have some of these weeping vines that I'm going to add just for some little extra details in the tunnel, because obviously right now it just looks like a hole in the netherrack. So let's add a piece right here and then just pretty much cover this side in some and a few more pieces on this side. Then with the help of some bone meal, we should have some lovely glowing vines. To be honest, I should probably add a few more of these. All right, that is our lovely tunnel to the little bit scary bastion completed. Luckily, I have gold armor on, so they're not too unhappy about me being here. All right, guys, back to the tree trunk. So let's get some extra branches on this bad boy, really build up the shape, and then we can finally start working on the leaves so that it's giving tree a little more. But obviously, we got to make sure it's looking nice and sturdy before we go in on all of the details, because what's the point in a big dramatic tree without some big dramatic branches? I am really not happy about the fact that this ghast can just see me at all times, pretty much. Just keeps coming back. Stay away, please. I just want to build in peace. Between the ghast and the hoglings, I don't know who my biggest enemy is. Probably the hoglings, to be honest. They seem to be more of a problem. But it would be nice if I wasn't being attacked whilst trying to build my tree. Oh my gosh, I almost died. Whew, okay, let me just stand in the safety of my garden for a second. Let's maybe eat a few pork chops right here and let our health get back to normal and then head back to the tree. Oh my goodness. Now, why have I gotten back up here and now there are two ghasts? What's that all about? I'm really not thrilled about that, but at least they are a little bit further away. Anyways, let's build out our second branch or third branch. I definitely still need to do a lot of work to this one, but I'm kind of not wanting to go over that way because I think those two ghasts are different ghasts to the ones that were over there. It's kind of hard to tell, but I think we're looking pretty good so far, so let's just build out these little branches over the house a little bit more. Let me just get rid of these two so I can actually move. And then let's build up just to connect these up because this is obviously a big old hole right now. Okie dokie, let's get on to adding the leaves. And obviously in the nether, we don't have access to actual leaves, so I'm going to use warped blocks instead. We've already used a lot of warped blocks to create our home so far, and I think it's a good contrast with all of this red. So why not add a bunch more to this tree to really tie it together? I'm thinking if I place them in a kind of bonsai style formation, you know, like with lots of gaps, it'll help stop the whole thing from looking like one big mush of blocks and actually feel more tree-like. Otherwise, all of the work that we did on the branches would be pretty pointless because it would just be covered by these full blocks, and we definitely don't want that. So let's get these leaves placed strategically, which does make quite the difference to how I would usually place leaves for custom trees. I'm really hoping that when I get down from here, this was a good idea, because from up here, I'm not entirely sold. Actually, it looks fine. I don't know what I'm talking about. No. This is not the time. I was doing so well. Leave me alone. Ah! Oh my gosh, I thought the one over here was the one that was shooting at me, not that one. Ouch. Oh my goodness. Oh, this is not ideal. This is not the place that I want to be being shot at right now. Does it count as being shot at? I don't know. Breathed at? I just want to build my tree in peace. In fact, I just want to build this whole thing in peace, but apparently in the Nether, that is not an option. Can I make it? Yes, I can. Okay, where is it? Ah, it really wants me. I know I could technically hit back at it and it might die. Let's give it a go. Ah! This is so scary. Ah! Oh no, it got me. It got me. Okay, please just go away. Let me build. I just really want to build. Is that too much to ask? Apparently, yes. Ah! Okay, I'm hitting it. No, don't move. Oh, ouch. You guys, I finally got rid of that ghast, and now there's 1, 2, 3 hanging about me. Is that legal? I feel like that's illegal in the laws of Minecraft. Like, why are there so many in one spot? And why do they want me? And also, why have they ruined my progress? Just unfair. Just want to build a nice custom tree in peace. It's just this one piece. They don't want me building over here, and I've pretty much done all the other ones, so I don't really know what to do about this. Okay, let's try again. Okay, that one's done. Let's get back to this one, see if that one is the problem. Okay, that'll do for that one. And then we just need to fill in this one, and I think we're done with the tree. Finally. Goodness, this would have been way quicker if I didn't have that whole shenanigan with the ghasts there. Also need to get some more food, so it might be time for mushroom soup again. Okay, that is our big tree done. And you know what? I think it actually looks really cool, especially coming over the house like it is. It was definitely a lot of stress to get done, but I think it was worth it. Just seeing the ghasts in the background and knowing that my life is about to be hell for the next stage. Okay, so this next build is technically my useless build that I get to do as a treat, and I've decided to make a little nether temple. So that is exactly what we're doing today. I'm just starting off with the frame and the foundation. I don't know why I say frame and foundation. It should be foundation and frame because that's the order that I usually do it in. But anyways, I'm just getting the structure in place before we go all in on the details. This build doesn't need to be functional, but it does need to look cool, so I'm excited to see how it turns out. So that's the first bit done. Let's now bring this out 1 block. Do I go across 4 or do I just stick to the 3 or maybe 5? I think 3 and then just sort of follow this around as normal. Okay, yeah, this is probably going to be the easy way and then we can just cut out the unnecessary blocks afterwards. All right, now that's done. Let's do a second layer of those. And then in between on these corners, let's just do a single one to make it look a little bit more subtle, less pointy. I don't know. Then from here, let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and do the same on this corner. Let's join those up. What have I done wrong? Okay, I've counted one of these wrong, and I think it was this one. It's the only one I didn't count out loud, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah, it was definitely that one that I counted wrong. Okay, that's our foundation and our frame done. Let's head out for some more materials. I headed out to once again trade with my piglin neighbors. Once I had enough iron, I set out for a lot of blackstone and some soul sand before heading home. All right, we're back and it's time to get the walls and roof of the temple done. I'm starting by building this thing up a little bit taller into a point, which is pretty much making the roof as I go. And I'm hoping that it will give it that like grand dramatic feel because I want it to have the same vibe as our storage area, like with the pointy gothic type thing going on. 1, because I think it looks really cool, and 2, to keep things super cohesive while still making sure it stands out as its own build. This build technically doesn't really need walls either, so I'm kind of doing just the roof, I guess, and a couple extra details on the outside because I'm not filling the entire thing in, you see. Okay, why is there something around here with a backpack on playing music? Oh, where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay, it's to my left. Where are you? I don't know, but this is one of my favorite Minecraft songs. What's your favorite Minecraft song? I have no idea what this one's called, by the way. It's just like a good bouncy one, you know? I am so curious. What is playing that song? Okay, it's definitely over here somewhere. Maybe it's one of these guys? Sorry, I'm getting distracted right now, but I need to know who's playing the lovely tunes for me. Oh my gosh, it's starting again. I feel like this music is good for me investigating. Like it's investigator music, right? Ouch! Also getting hit by hoglin music. Do you know what's the worst thing about the hoglings? Is that you literally cannot get close to them because for some reason they have like a 5-block reach. Like what is that about? I could be stood here and he could kill me. I have found the culprit of the music though. This guy's just, ow! Chilling! Okay, I'm gonna... There's no reason for me to be looking around for that guy anymore. I know who it is. I'm not gonna kill him. So, mostly because it's... Ouch. Mostly because it's... Sorry, I just prematurely ouched thinking I was gonna get hit by that arrow. Okay, let me get up here and out the way. Oh my goodness. Leave me alone. I'm really not having a good time, guys. I just want to build in peace and everyone's out to get me. Anyways, before I was distracted and then rudely interrupted and then interrupted again by myself and the hoglings and literally everything, I was gonna say I don't know why I'm investigating that guy because I'm not gonna kill him because 1, if I hit him, then all of his friends are gonna be super mad at me, and 2, I'm enjoying the tunes. And you know what? It's kind of good that this doesn't need walls after all because this one part has taken me so long to do. Mostly because I've just been distracted by obviously searching for the guy with the music and also because somebody... Oh, they're not even here right now, but the scary things do not want me to be building in their areas, which is kind of understandable, but also I'm adding some pretty nice builds, so they should probably appreciate me, right? Right? Okay, it's kind of hard to see, but the temple is pretty much done. I'm just gonna add in this little staircase and then I'll step back and show you guys properly. Okay, there we go. That is the full view of the temple. It's pretty spooky, but it definitely matches the vibe of our storage area really well. Oh, that kind of looks like a face. 2 eyes, a little nose, and then like a little tiny smile. Right? Or am I just going crazy from all of the struggles of building right now? I set out to top off my blackstone and my soul sand. Once that was done, I made a slight detour to grab some more iron. Finally, I collected some more warped wood and crimson nylium before heading home. Okay, so I wanted to add some cutesy little floating elements, so let's do that today. I think they'll match the temple pretty nicely and just help tie everything together, making the whole area feel much more connected. Plus, I always feel like floating details add that extra bit of magic to any build, and this build definitely deserves that. Okay, as suspected, that looks really, really cute. So let's get down and add in a couple more of those just around the temple because it looks very nice next to it. So let's start with our blackstone wall and then build out around the edge with this and then do our polished blackstone and then some stairs on either side, filling the gaps in with some slabs. Then we're gonna go up 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Then let's come out here and add our roof. Then let's fill this in with slabs, add an extra one, and then jump down here and add our lantern. And I think we should be good with just 1 more of these. So let's do that. Add our stairs, add our slabs, add our walls, and add our roof. Now we can get rid of our netherrack, and that should be our little floating lanterns done. Very, very cute, I would say. Alright, so the last thing for this build is to add an easier pathway up to the temple. Nothing too crazy, just some crimson nylium to blend in with the nether terrain, and a few more of those blue posts to really tie everything together even more so. Just a really easy little extra detail to make sure the temple feels properly connected to the rest of the area. So now, even though it does just look like a bit of the terrain, we can just hop our way up to the temple and it's all good. I should probably add that layer back in though so I can actually get up to the stairs. Okay, post time. So let's build this up. Just the one, then we'll put a stair here. Nope, I lied. We're gonna put the stair facing this way. confused myself by placing that block first. Then let's make sure these are stripped, add in a fence, and then add in a lantern, and we are good. So let's move on to the next one, which will probably be good about here. Then the next one we'll put maybe right here. And I just heard the familiar sound of a ghast. Of course I did. How is it this close to me and it just doesn't care? But when I'm on top of the tree and it's a million miles away, it's shooting me immediately. Unfair. How is it not seeing me? Like, I'm not complaining really. I'm just so confused right now. How am I getting away with this? Am I invisible right now? I don't know. Anyways, let's add one more of these just about... Let's take this out, maybe add it right here. And I think we're now good to head out for some more materials. Oh my gosh. I thought that thing was running at me. What is making that noise? Is it the little one? Okay, I think it is. Anyways, let's head out for some more materials. I set out hunting for bastions for more iron. And what I couldn't find, I traded for. I then set out to gather more blackstone, netherrack, and basalt. Once that was finished, I picked up some warped wood, crimson wood, shroom lights, and warped nylium before heading home. So next up, I'm loving the idea of a lava beach and just how silly that seems, because let's be real, I'm pretty sure the only things that can actually survive lava are striders. Not exactly the most relaxing for beachgoers. Either way though, I'm committed to the vision, so I'm building a cute stairway down to the lava, and I'm just gonna pretend it's a really lovely warm ocean. You know, the one that instantly incinerates anything it touches. But hey, it's all about the aesthetic, right? So now that the area is cleared, let's get to work on those stairs. So I'm using blackstone again to keep things tied in nicely with the rest of the area, but instead of just doing a boring straight up stairs situation, I'm gonna go for a little zigzag moment. I just feel like since the block is so dark, and to be honest, the whole of the nether is so dark, it's good to add a little bit of visual interest. Plus, it makes the descent feel a little bit more winding and dramatic, like a proper path leading down to our totally safe and relaxing lava beach. Okay, I was just thinking about leaving it like that, but I think I'm actually just gonna bring this down a little bit more and maybe fill this in like that. And then we'll do the polished blackstone all the way up the side. Oh, I've placed it in the wrong place. And then under here, we'll do these stairs. Okay, yeah, that looks good. That looks a little bit tidier. Now let's just do one more thing of stairs right there. Then let's make this a platform. Oh my gosh, those things are so freaky. And we are looking good. Why is this guy not hitting me? Like, sometimes we're the best of friends right now, apparently. He's just giving me a cuddle. I am so confused. Ow! My goodness. I let my guard down for 1 second. Anyways, that is the base of our stairs done. So now let's just add in some of these walls, and we're gonna do the same kind of details that we did on the storage and on the temple and on the hoglin pen. Oh my goodness. I actually just can't get a break. Okay, walls, nether brick fence, chain. There we go. And then we'll put some lanterns on top of those chains on the way back up. And then finally, a couple of those right here. Oh, not right there. Right there. Now let's add our lanterns, and that should be the stairs pretty much done. I can't believe I just fell. Let me try that again. Let's put a lantern right here, another one right here, and then just on these two up here. Oh my goodness, that's painful. That took me 6 tries. So since this is meant to be a little lava beach, I'm just gonna extend this out a little bit. Oh my gosh, that was almost the end of me. That was almost the end of me. He was really coming to just push me into the lava and end it all. Oh my goodness. That would have been so upsetting. Like, this close to the end, and this guy comes to end it all. Okay, let me just eat my mushroom stew, and let's try that again. Okay, I'm gonna have to actually kill this guy. Unless he's gonna leave me alone now. Are you gonna leave me alone? I think that's a yes. Ah, no, it's a no, it's a no. Okay, it's a yes. I'm going back down. Hopefully he doesn't follow me. I just want to extend the beach out a little bit so I can safely put a little bit of furniture down to make it look more beachy. All right, we've got a little bit of extra space, so let's put down our sun loungers. Oh, actually, let's move this over one. Then we can have more of an even space between the two to put our little umbrella. Let's just build up with these shroom lights. Is that enough, or do we need to go up one more? I think maybe up one more. Then around the shroom light, let's add in some of these. And then on the edge of all the slabs, let's do trapdoors. And hopefully that looks a little bit like an umbrella. Oh, actually, maybe if we do this level, that will make it look more umbrella-y. Alright, so I've ran all the way over to this ruined portal, and trust me, I wish it worked. This is a nether-only world, so we are not getting out of here. But I've just ran over here to show you the beach from a distance, kind of safely. It's so hard to see. But that is our completed beach with the stairs. Gosh, this is so silly that I ran so far away just to show you guys that. I really wish I had a saddle so I could ride one of these guys back, but now I've got to make the journey all the way around the edge. And we're back on the beach. To be honest, I could have just showed you guys like this. This is a pretty good view, actually. Anyways, on to our next project. So I spent the next few days restoring the Nether fortress, adding some extra canopies and lighting it up with soul lanterns to give it that eerie yet cozy glow. It's not really visible at all from our main area, but that doesn't mean it should go unloved. Plus, making it feel more structured and intentional just adds to the whole Nether atmosphere and makes it seem a little less spooky and that there's actually some non-scary life around here. And let's be real, anything that makes this place a little less terrifying is a win in my book. Also, actually restoring the Nether gives me a better reason for why I was clearing it out earlier. And once the fortress was fully restored, we could head home and add more to our build. Okay, I think we've got this place pretty well covered. Let's light this up a little bit to make it feel a bit less spooky. Let's use our netherrack to get up here. We'll do one here and one here. And then let's hang one from here. And then we'll just run along and add them everywhere we can. And that is our Nether fortress restored. Just in case you couldn't see it, that's what we did to it. And again, I traveled pretty far just to get that angle so that you guys could see what I've actually been up to. Now I've got to make my way back down to our build. So next up on our list is custom trees, or well, more custom trees. I just think that having a couple extra trees beside the house will really tie everything together and help the big tree feel a little less random. Right now, it's just kind of there, surrounded by all of the crimson trees, so I think adding the few smaller trees around it will help blend it into the landscape. Plus, you know, I always complain, but I can't resist just adding a few custom trees. I feel like I said tree like 20 times during that explanation. But if you didn't know, I'm building a couple more trees. Okay, I was building a pretty big tree there, but I've toned it back a little bit because it was definitely too much. So let me just build back up here and we'll start placing our, I do want to say leaves, but obviously they're not really leaves. You know what I mean. There we go. That is a pretty cute little tree. So now let's just add another one of those right over here. I don't know why I was struggling so much there. Where is the other tree? It's about here, maybe? Now let's finish adding in our leaves on this one and we should be good. Okay, nice. Looking good and looking cute. It kind of looks like my house is growing as part of the tree, to be honest. Is that what I think it is? Somebody's playing some music for me again. Who is it? Which one of you is it? Oh, we're getting close. I don't really like this one. This one's a bit dramatic. Excuse me. Could you be quiet, please? I can't kill him because everyone else is going to get mad at me if I do that. So maybe if I just walk away and then we can't hear it anymore, we'll be fine. So now she's due some paths and I'm just going to keep them super simple and add a few areas of normal netherrack just to pave the way, like we did with the path to the fortress. I feel like the nether is already overstimulating enough with all of its wild textures and colors and lots of noises and distractions. So I feel like adding a super colorful path might be just too much. I think keeping it subtle will help everything feel more cohesive, and honestly, sometimes, I know I hate saying it, simple is just better. And now I'm just adding in some walls to make the area feel more contained and just more like our own. Something separate from the rest of the nether. Okay, last few little spikes and then that should be our wall finished. Maybe easier to go from up here, to be honest. Carefully around, then place these. Carefully around, then place those. And one more. And I think that's our wall done. Hey, you know what? We're looking pretty good right now. Okay, next up, fancy lighting. And let's just add a few sort of street lamp style lamps. Street lamp style lights even. And then we should be good to move on to our final day. Sweet, that looks really good. There are a lot of soul lanterns around here. Let's add another fancy light here and hopefully not get attacked in the process. Oh my goodness. Please, I'm almost done here. Leave me alone. I've had it with these guys. I am absolutely sick of them. They're probably sick of me too. I will kill you. I haven't eaten pork chop in a while. Okay, I think that scared him off. Ah, no, it didn't. I literally got rid of one of them and now there's another one attacking me. Just please let me place my lanterns. Goodness. Ah! Okay, I'm going. Okay, all of our fancy lighting is finally done. I managed to survive, would you believe? But now it's time for final details. So I'm just going to plant a couple of these warped fungus things. And then I'm going to bone meal them so that they turn into big ones. What's going on? Okay, I think they have to be on their actual blocks. Now that should work. There we go. Oh, that one's probably a bit too blocked. Let me place this one here. There we go. Okay, that's what we're looking for. I just feel like having a few more of these blue type trees will look a little bit better. Ah! That was so scary. Why did they run at me like that? As I was saying, having a few more of these will make the area look a bit better with all of the other blueness going on. So I think I'm actually just going to run around and plant these first, and then I'll go back round on a second pass and bone meal them all. And I think it's safe to say that that is our transformation complete. The blazing heat of the Nether's lava oceans reminded me of the hostility of the environment we managed to settle in. There's a really specific kind of satisfaction in completing challenges like this one, and I think we definitely got there. My name is Em, this is Millie, and you have all been amazing. Thank you so much for watching, make sure you're subscribed, and I'll see you in the next one.